All right, folks, we've got some more really good poll numbers in for Bernie Sanders. Now, really quickly, I do want to let you guys know I'm over on Patreon, patreon.com/theprogressivevoice. Link is in the description box down below. I post a lot of Patreon-only content for patrons, as well as early access for certain videos, and of course, you're supporting the show. Again, that's patreon.com/theprogressivevoice. Link in the description box down below. Go check it out. But anyways, so we've got some YouGov polls. Now, if you don't know about YouGov, YouGov is actually a poll that you need to be aware of, because what YouGov does, it's fairly good with its other numbers, but for whatever reason, and you can go check this yourself on the Real Clear Politics numbers, they always give her somewhere between a 5 to 6%, and sometimes I think I've even seen 8% of a boost. So for some reason, they give Warren an extra 5 to 6 points than the aggregate. I don't know why that is or how that is, if they're manipulating their numbers or what, but every single poll they do gives Elizabeth Warren extra boost. I don't know why. But they release these polls in the Rust Belt. These are crucial states for the general election. So in Wisconsin, Bernie Sanders is dominating with 30%. Bloomberg has 13%. Joe Biden has 13%, so the two Bs are tied. Then the third B is Buttigieg. He's at 12%, tied with Elizabeth Warren at 12%, and Klobuchar at 9%. Now, I'm very curious if Warren is really at a 7 or a 6, which is probably pretty likely. I don't think many Rust Belt voters are going to vote for her. But then Michigan, Bernie is winning also by almost 10 points. He's winning by 9 points, actually. He's winning by 9 at 25. Joe Biden's at 16. Bloomberg is at 13. Warren is at 13. Buttigieg is at 11. And Klobuchar is at 8. Then in Pennsylvania, it starts getting a little bit closer. Bernie Sanders is at 25%. Joe Biden's at 20. Bloomberg's at 19. Buttigieg 12. Warren 9. Klobuchar 5. So these are the numbers that we're at right here. This is the Rust Belt that we're looking at here. Is crucial for the general election. All we need to do is to retake the Rust Belt, which Bernie Sanders is fully equipped to do because of his record and his positions on free trade and healthcare and all of that stuff that's going to help factory workers, coal miners, all of that stuff. Have them have actual healthcare. And for coal miners, we just need to pay them to stop working, basically. Just fully fund their pensions and just say, stop working. Just take the money and just leave, because it's so horrible for the environment that it's not worth it at all. And there are barely any coal mining jobs anymore. So these are really great numbers for Bernie Sanders in the Rust Belt. And again, Warren is having this boost here. But what's interesting is I remember last time around, for some reason, the polls were insanely inaccurate. Do you guys remember that in 2016? Let me know down below if you guys remember this too. I remember Michigan, he was down. Bernie Sanders broke a record because he was down like 15 points in the aggregate number. He was down by 15. And then he won Michigan. Everyone's like, what? What the hell happened? And then I think the same thing happened in Wisconsin or Pennsylvania. They were just like outrageously outlandish leads that Hillary Clinton had in the polls, and then he demolished. Like, he won. So he ended up demolishing the poll numbers. But it was just like, what? It was very weird, I have to say. I remember that from 2016. But really good sign for Bernie Sanders here. Bernie Sanders has already been basically he's already the nominee. Don't get complacent though, but I'm just very excited. He's the nominee. He's already clinched it, but keep fighting, obviously. So I probably shouldn't say that. But keep fighting, folks. We've got this in the bag. He's going to win California like crazy. So we are in a really good situation here. This is really awesome.